Hey guys, figured for my second video I'd kind of do a double. I got something kind of interesting with me today, something that a lot of people really don't know about, and that would be the 45 G.A.P. Now, Glock in 2003 teamed up with Speer and they made the 45 G.A.P. round. And from my knowledge there are 3 firearms that are chambered in this by Glock, and that's the 37, the 38, and the 39. And today I have the 38. Now this dimensionally is very similar to the 19 or the 23, the main difference being the slide is significantly thicker. From my understandings they couldn't really balance it out at the time, working the smaller round and the smaller frame, which to me doesn't cause any problems. I actually like the way it feels. It kind of balances itself out. Really helps out a lot when you're shooting actually. It's extremely accurate, as most guns are. But cool thing about this gun, you know, 8-round magazine and everything, but I like the ability to have a 45 caliber gun that suits my hand better. It's not as long as the ACP, but it runs about the same velocity. Technically pressure wise it runs at a plus P for 45 ACP. Overall you're balancing out to be about the same. Ballistically they're almost identical. You wouldn't really be able to tell the difference. Same weights, 185, 200, and 230. Originally this was designed for only 200 grains maximum, but they fixed that problem with a bit of reloading magic. Figured out what kind of powder to weight ratio they needed and everything, and they safely run the operating pressure with it. But that being said, that gives me kind of a problem. The G.A.P brass is very much different from ACP brass, and that is, I'll show you. Well, here we have the 45 ACP, and here we have the little 45 G.A.P. Now, the differences between these cartridges are the ACP runs off a large pistol primer. Obviously it's longer in length, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it has an internal cannelure to help prevent setting the bullet too deeply in the casing when you're reloading, which is good. But that kind of gives me a bit of a problem, because G.A.P brass is not really easy to come by. Ammunition for me preloaded from a factory is about $35 a box. That's too expensive to shoot on my budget. So I got lucky and I got some offline, but they're getting harder and harder to find, which really sucks because I love the round. It's a great round and good guns. I mean, they're Glocks. You can't beat a Glock personally. But my question here is, can I take a 45 ACP and cut it down and safely create the G.A.P brass? In theory, yes. The primer difference is kind of getting me, because I know, especially with different charges, that's going to make a difference. But I'm thinking if I keep it really light, load as light as I possibly can, and just get it to cycle, maybe I can successfully do that without spiking pressures. But I want to hear from anybody else who might have done this, or maybe they have experience with it, or what their solution was. Even if they could find an alternate source for ammunition, that'd be great. But yeah, my problem is I've got a gun that I can't shoot too often, and I want to fix that. But yeah, any help would be appreciated with that. Anybody who knows anything else about it, anyone who's got one of these Glocks, the 37, the 38, or the 39, you know, pitch in, tell me what you think. Personally, I love the gun. It's extremely accurate. Mine is a carry gun. I carry it every now and then if I'm not carrying the little revolver. But yeah, overall, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know.